Yo, what's up, Cowboys Nation, man? It's your boy Jay Tuck, and as y'all see, I got my brothers DMV and Rome Cowboys fan talk in the building, man. What's going on, fellas, man? How y'all feeling, bro?
What's good with you, bro?
Good, man. So I got to ask a question. Now, we talked behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? We talked a lot behind the scenes, but we haven't done it publicly, man. DMV, I'm going to start with you, bro. Have you recovered from that loss versus the Green Bay Packers?
Yeah, I've recovered, bro. I've recovered because, I mean, that's all we've been doing for the last 27, 28 years, bro. We're very, very calloused. And now that I got to sit with it for a little bit, kind of dissect it, try and come up with solutions, I'm back, bro. I'm ready.
Ron, what about you, bro? You back, man? You know what I'm saying? You back? You back like we never left, bro?
I be having my moments.
Right.
That's if I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all, I mean, you could be asking me on my channel. One day I'm like, yo, well, we gonna restore the feeling. I'm back.
Right.
Then Jerry and them do something else. I'll be like, nope, I'm back out. So it's been frustrating because I don't like doing a negative thing, especially for like 7 months. That's draining. Right. I wouldn't want to make content, but it's one of those things where I really do enjoy this for real. And I don't want to push nothing that's fake. Like, I don't want to come on the camera and be like, I'm going to just lie to him today.
Right.
Like Jerry do to us.
Right, yeah, I can't
so
do that.
It's back and forth. But right now, I'm feeling good about some possibilities. That's the best way I can put it. Some possibilities.
Yeah, man. I'm with y'all, man. I'm kind of getting hot and cold. Like, some days I'll feel better because, like I said, when it first happened, like I said, walking out of that building, y'all, I was over. I didn't want to hear nothing. And to add on to the fact I was snowed down there 6 days after we lost. So I had to hold that L, you know what I'm saying, for damn near a whole week before I was able to get back home. And I think what gets me frustrated, y'all, is that, okay, we kind of lick our wounds. We get back. All right. We're starting to heal up a little bit. I'm like, okay, these are some of the things that we need to do to put ourselves in position. And then there's that thought that says, bro, we ain't going to do nothing. We ain't going to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the discouraging part, man. And I think what really hurt was sitting back and watching these conference championship games and realizing, y'all, at Cowboys Nation, y'all know we're going to keep it honest. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go before we can compete to that championship standard. So we gonna try.
Mad later.
We gonna try. You know what I'm saying? We gonna try. You know what I'm saying? We gonna try, y'all. But there's a lot of work to do, and that's what tonight's show is about, man. So before we get started, go to each and everyone's channel. Turn up that like button, hit them likes, smash the shares, get this content out there, Cowboys Nation, because we ain't got no football to do. So all we can do is sit back and find solutions, and that's what me and my brothers are going to do today. Now, DMV, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to start with you, bro. What happened? What happened versus the Green Bay Packers, bro? Because I think that's what happened. Like it caught a lot of Cowboys fans off guard. So I didn't go back and watch the film. You know what I'm saying? I ain't watched the film. I ain't that bold yet.
To watch.
Yeah, I don't say it wasn't to watch, man. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about it on Twitter. I was like, man, at halftime, when Dak, like right before halftime, I was at the bar and Dak threw that pick six. My soul just flew out my body. I was like, you know what I'm saying? But DMV, bro, what happened versus the Green Bay Packers?
Bro, I really think that, and I've been hearing stories, and I kind of believe with what I saw in the first half. I've heard that this team was looking forward to the next opponent. Mm-hmm. That's what I've been hearing, and it looks like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of those people that you can tell, like, words don't really mean anything to me. Actions mean everything.
Right.
All of the actions tell me that this was a vanilla game plan, that it looked like a preseason game, like they weren't trying to show anything in a playoff game, which is asinine to me because we're a team that hasn't had postseason success. Just because we won a wild card last year don't mean that we was going to win it this year. Doesn't mean that it's the same opponent. I just think that they felt like they were going to fast forward to the divisional round back to where they were. And that wasn't the case, man. And we weren't prepared. Coaches didn't have us prepared. Players weren't prepared. And we got beat by the better team that Sunday. I mean, they executed better than us. They had a better game plan. There isn't any scenario that I look at and say we could have won that game. Mm-hmm. They flat out kicked our butts, bro. Straight up. That's what happened.
Bro, across the board. Rome, when you look back on that game, what the hell happened?
We overlooked them. It's the same thing that Cowboys players and coaches won't admit, front office won't admit, but we too arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
It goes into what DMV said, the audacity for us to overlook anything. Like, we like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's everyone on the team. You know, I saw sometimes when you hear stuff, you kind of seen it already, but you ain't know it. Michael Gelkin tweets out that, you know, they scored on the first 6 of their 7 drives, touchdowns. Mm. 6, and the other one was a pick 6.
Right.
So every drive, you know how punishing it is to watch every single time they get the ball, they score a touchdown? Mm-hmm. Like, it was just like, you know, it was like a dismantling, you know, and it's one of those things where the pressure of being a Cowboy is a thing that we got to stop acting like ain't a thing. Mm-hmm. It's real. That pressure of, we can't mess this up is so big that when they mess up once, it's checkmate. That first touchdown broke them. Mm-hmm. If we had got the ball and scored first, they would have just, it's kind of like, you know, like you boxing DMV and you probably uptight, then you get punched in your face and you're like, all right, well, guess I'm in a fight now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I guess we here now. You know, it's one of those things where, like, we didn't feel like that. We got punched in our face and got afraid. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, we're going to mess this up. And I don't think it's 2 types of fear. I think San Fran at one point had us afraid of them, period. Mm-hmm. I think we got over that fear and we just wanted to fight them. And that's why we lost earlier in the season. I think it was the fear of messing up. It was like, oh, we about to mess this up. After one touchdown, I watched all these playoff games. People keep battling back. Yeah. After one touchdown, it was like they scored 100. They was like, yo, it's over. Yeah. Because everybody just played up tight.
Right.
That's why CD wasn't catching passes. That's why Dak was kind of erratic. That's why the defense, they're running 2-man routes. 2-man routes with 5 DBs and a dude is wide open. Mm-hmm. Like, so it's one of those things where y'all playing too uptight.
Right.
So, yeah, that's what I saw.
And salute to the GOAT, Mark Holmes in the building, man. Salute to my guy, Mark. And Mark dropped a fire video, man. And I didn't think about this. And he kind of posted a graphic in this video. It's like, if you look back at the Cowboys playoff losses, our stars don't show up in big moments, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know it was that bad. Like, you know, Zeke never showed up. Micah hasn't shown up. Dak always plays bad. CD doesn't show up. The only person that showed up versus Green Bay, and I said it was damn near hilarious, is Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup showed up at the end of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Inferred. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like,
bro, that's the hero was it for him, bro. He was auditioning for his life,
man. You know what I'm saying? Michael Gallup's auditioning for, you know what I'm saying, Tennessee or something. I'm like, okay, so now you want to step up to the party, Michael Gallup?
Gallup gonna go somewhere and ball next year.
Yeah, oh yeah, he is. You know what I'm saying? He'll come to Kansas City or something weird like that. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be nice.
Yeah, like, but they would love Michael Gallup here at Kansas City, you know, especially the wide receivers
they just missing him. Yep.
Right. Yeah, but it's just like our stars don't show up in big moments. And I'm with y'all, man. I feel like we came in lackadaisical. It was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? We got the number 2 seed. We don't lose at home. You know, our offense is clicking. CeeDee Lamb is breaking records. You know, they were 9-8. They are a young Green Bay Packers team. They felt like they can just turn it on and be perfectly fine and was already looking ahead. Hell, some of the fans were already looking ahead, right? And we got caught off guard. And just like you said, we got punched in the mouth. It was like, damn, they hitting that hard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I thought we was play fighting. And they punched us in the mouth, and we had no response. And just like, thunderstruck, literally. You know what I'm saying? They got thunderstruck out there. And it was just like, no one really took this team by the ears and the reins and be like, you know what? We still in it. You know what I'm saying? Follow my lead. And I feel like that's the biggest problem when it comes to the Cowboys. Like, when things get rocky, who can we lean on? And when none of our stars are showing up, bro, I don't know. So, disappointing loss. I think this is what's really breaking Cowboys. Who?
We needed a running game.
Well, yeah, running game.
I saw, and well, it don't look right now, but I saw in that Ravens game. I see in games when your quarterback is erratic, when the team is erratic, go to the second nature thing. We're gonna just run the rock. Stop thinking. Let's move some people against their will. Let's just get physical. Let's wake up.
Right.
But we ain't had it. Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. You good.
And the death run plays too, bro. Like it's like, you know, like you could tell that okay, we've been saving this scheme all damn week. Like, but this is something that nobody can stop all year. we haven't diagrammed anything that people couldn't stop up front.
Mhm.
It just looked like it's just regular inside zone.
And where was our like definitive? This always works play.
We don't have that. We don't have that go-to. Hell, I got a go-to in Madden that I know if things are hitting the fan, at least I can run these 4 plays and I'm gonna be close. You know what I'm saying? Like the Cowboys just don't have nothing like that. And that was frustrating me about Mike McCarthy, because he came out and said after the game, he was like, he felt like Dak was a little nervous and tense, and he was like a little too eager. But you, as the head coach and the offensive coordinator, you have to know how to reel your quarterback in. Let's simplify the game plan. Let's go to tempo. Let's lean towards the run. But it seemed like they went out there with this whole Dak or bust mentality, having Dak throw 60 damn times. And I'm just like, that's on you, coach. That's on you, the offensive coordinator. If you know that your quarterback is struggling a little bit, let's get the run game involved a little bit more. Let's, shorten things up. Let's go tempo.
I know there's some plays where it's like this is going to be a completion.
Right.
Let's watch pitch and catch 2 or 3 times. Let's run the ball 2 or 3 times. Let's move the chains twice. Okay, we out here. We in a playoff game. Let's rock.
Right.
Instead, it was like that 3 and out. Then the defense. Then they scored again.
Right.
And that, you want to talk about what breaking there? That first score broke them.
Right.
The way they watched them cut through our defense again.
Right. Yeah.
Dak was like, all right, I'm gonna get this ball to CD. Interception.
Right, yeah. It was just broke. It was just that second drive was the broken ribs. You know what I'm saying? It was like you said, we took the first punch, but that second one, I was in the crowd like, damn. I was joking on Twitter. It's like they put me on the jumbotron. I was just like, bro, I ain't got nothing for y'all. I ain't got nothing for y'all today. I'm bleeding. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, I just think it was frustrating. The Cowboys didn't come prepared, and I feel like this is why this hurts for a lot of Cowboys fans, because we really was the better team. Like from see, somebody's gone. You know what I'm saying?
I'm here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They want, bro. That's the craziest thing. But I had a guy in my comments. He was like, "You failed us. You let us all down." I was like, what the hell did I do? You know, like, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you was putting out all these scouting reports. You got my hopes up. Like, bro, my scouting reports was hella negative that game. You know what I'm saying? Like, people,
you're an adult.
Yeah. Yeah, like how I let you down, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of Cowboys fans wanted that blood sacrifice. So Mike McCarthy's returning. Looks like it's on a lame duck 1-year prove it deal. DMV, I'll kick it over to you, bro. How do you feel about Mike McCarthy returning? Is pretty much win or go home. I personally hate it, but what's your thoughts on it?
Well, now I hate the idea because it's looking like Dan Quinn might be out the door. So with Dan Quinn being out the door, it looks like we had every opportunity to really, move on from the coach, staff, and get this thing rolling that way. But I think we kind of sat on our hands, and now we're going to be trying to figure out who the defensive coordinator is going to be moving forward. Now, I got it through a source, so I'm not sure. So I'm kind of wait on it a little bit, but everything's kind of pointing in that direction. You're looking at Slowick just return to Houston. You looking at Ben Johnson went back to Detroit. Mm-hmm. All you really need is Mike McDonald to go back to Baltimore, right. And Dan Quinn is more than likely the Washington head coach.
Right.
So I feel
or Seattle.
Yeah, or Seattle.
Like bidding war because
he's gonna get one of them jobs. One of them, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because Seattle wanted some of them guys too. So if they go back, they sitting there like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They might call Pete back. They done messed up.
Right, yeah. That's why I was wondering. I was like, bro, why did they get rid of Pete? Because, like, honestly, if you think about it from Seattle's standpoint, like, Dan Quinn is not no upgrade over Pete Carroll. Like, they were playing well. They were a young team. Like, so I don't know. I think they, you know what I'm saying, they tried to dump the girl they went to the dance with, thought they were going to upgrade, and now they sitting on the dance floor by themselves. And it's just like, you could bring in Dan Quinn, but is he really going to be able to build off of that young talent team that you got in Seattle? And if I'm Dan Quinn, bro, why do I want to leave Dallas and this defense to go be the head coach of Washington? You know what I'm saying? Like, I might as well just sit it out another year and wait for another opportunity, because more than likely, if Dan Quinn becomes the Washington Commanders head coach, we're going to be talking about Dan Quinn looking for another defensive coordinator position probably the next 2 to 3 years. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah, because I don't think he'd got to rebuild that. Yeah. They don't have enough. We got our own problem. So let me not talk like
Oh yeah, we got way more on.
I gotta talk humble,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like they got the defensive personnel. They got some good players over there, but like he going into a different type. He got better D tackle strength than he have on the edge now. It's just different. I don't want to hear them trying to turn Jamin Davis into a fake Micah Parsons. Like, let's be serious. So if I was him, I would be taking serious considerations on, do I want to go, I ain't gonna say end his career, but he not getting the third round on the curtain. He's gonna be Spagnuolo. Mm-hmm. So he might want to be smart with his decision, because his next job might be his last head coaching opportunity. It's too many young guns.
Right.
Yeah, sure. I think I would run it back if I was him, because you have pieces here. You just need maybe 3 more or something, and you might be able to add 1 to 2 in free agency if the front office does so. So, but back to your question though, Tuck, because I kind of went on a tangent about Dan Quinn. Mike McCarthy, I just kind of feel like with him coming back, the regular season doesn't matter anymore. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Until we can have postseason success, it just kind of nullified everything. And we're to the point where, bro, we know we're going to win 12 games. We're going to win 12 games with that coaching staff.
I don't think we win at 12.
We hope. We don't say
this season got 10 and 7.
Yeah, man,
all over.
That schedule kind of cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, here's Philadelphia is in a worse situation than we got. The division has not gotten better, and it probably won't get better.
That's not even the problem, though, DMV. I promise that's not what I'm looking at. I just don't think it's going to be the road we think it's going to be.
Yeah.
There's going to be some growing pain. I want to give Tuck his flowers, though. You might have been the main one. I don't know if DMV, if you was on this, too. I know we be in the group chat all the time. Because I was like, yo, fire everybody. I was good. Like, let's just move on. I'm tired. And now I'm looking at how the coaching carousel went. And I would be sick if Mike was gone and we was like, well, maybe we should bring Ron Rivera in there for head coach. Because
yeah. Good point.
So you're right. I'm glad Mike right there, because we wasn't getting Bill. And apparently, I don't know what's happening with Vrabel. That's another confusing situation. Because where's now, if we get
MSDC,
now, look, I know that's a pie in the sky dream,
right?
But if we got Vrabel in DC, the entire Cowboys nation, Jerry talking about going all in. That's what all in look like,
right?
Slide Vrabel a big old check, and now we talking,
right?
But anyway, I just want to give you your flowers, because you were saying, nah, we want to keep Mike, and everybody was out on him, and now I'm looking at it like, ooh, it was just Ron Rivera.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. It's like, I think that, like I said, of course, we all upset and emotional, but it's like at the end of the day, y'all, we know our team. And I knew they wasn't going to go get Bill Belichick. I knew they wasn't going to get Pete Carroll. So, okay, you kind of scratch those off the list. You're not going to get Mike McDonald from Baltimore. So I'm like, okay, well, then who's this magical coach we going to bring in to replace Mike McCarthy? Now, me personally, I would take Vrabel in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? I know some Cowboys fans don't like him. I like him. You know what I'm saying? I would love him, because he had never had the talent in Tennessee like he had in Dallas.
Vrabel would get Mike in order, because Mike would be like,
bro, we would have dogs out there. You know what I'm saying? Everything would be dogs. You know what I'm saying? So I would be all for Vrabel, but sometimes I know our front office and the personality just doesn't match. So I was like, who is this magical guy we gonna bring in to replace McCarthy? And I was saying, listen, I ain't gonna get rid of Mike, because like I said, at the end of the day, Mike took over from Kellen Moore, took over the offense. Dak played at the MVP level, 12-5, number 2 seed, whether you care about that or not. One of the top offenses in the NFL. Like, I'm trying to build
that, man. I'm tired of people downplaying this stuff, man.
Oh yeah. Well,
Peyton, I'm gonna say it. Peyton Manning used to struggle in the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah. MVPs can't save you, because if they can save you, then people will stop talking trash about Lamar Jackson.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Peyton Manning used to struggle in the playoffs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And people just gave him a pass. They didn't give him a pass. Actually, if you remember it before Twitter, he used to get crap too. But it does show that if you keep pressing, it's possible. But Indianapolis kept building. Mm-hmm. They kept building. They kept adding. You know what I'm saying? And it finally broke through.
But you know what Indy did, bro? Not to cut you off, Indy went and got a head coach. They went and got a head coach, bro. Like, and Tony Dungy, who was proven and had gotten his calluses out in Tampa Bay. All they really needed to do was pair a good defense up.
Right.
with Peyton Manning. You know what I'm saying? That way,
that's what changed everything. When Freeney and them came, it changed everything. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think with people like, of course, we have Tom Brady, and we see what's going on here in Kansas City right now. Winning championships, y'all, it's hard to do. Like it's hard to do. And I know it's different sports, but y'all know I'm a huge Kansas Jayhawks fan. There's been so many years we was the #1 seed. We got and we just get knocked out by a Bucknell or a Bradley or Stanford. We had Andrew Wiggins and Joel Embiid and got packed up by Stanford. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes the stars just have to align. And it's like for the Cowboys, we just haven't gotten there. But I agree with y'all. I think it's something mentally when it comes to the Cowboys in the playoffs.
That pressure, bro.
Yeah, it's the pressure. And I'm going to have one of my friends who's a sports psychologist come on, Stacy, and she's going to talk about some of that. Like, how do you get past that mental block? Because I feel like the Cowboys is like, it's the playoffs, and they kind of just tense up. They didn't even look like any of the teams that we saw from the past previous weeks, offensively and deep. They got away from everything that got them there. And I think it's just that mental block, and not just with the players, y'all. Mike McCarthy too. He started brain farting.
Bro, it's you have to admit it's a problem. It's like a drug addict,
right?
Or and no disrespect to anybody, I'm just saying it's like you can't fix nothing in life. You can be an overeater until you say, you know what, I'm tripping. And if the Cowboys don't acknowledge, you know what, that pressure busts pipes. It psychs us out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you play in Carolina, it's whatever.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it don't matter who the opponent is. And it's something about even that Tampa game, things just broke right. If they would have broke wrong, the pressure would have mounted again. Mm-hmm. It's mental. It's not even the opponent at this point. Like next year, I'm ifing everything this year. It's if year.
Right.
If we make it to the postseason, I don't care who we playing. I'm not gonna have the audacity to say I need to see them focused and locked in, because I could beat my chest because I see the talent and I'm like, nah, we good. Mm-hmm. We good. Like, we got too much talent. But the talent goes out the window when that same talented person gets tight and don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, and I think, for me personally, y'all, it was just like when you look at this Cowboys season, we never shown that we can punch with anybody in our own weight class. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the problem. It's like, okay, and I kept explaining to everyone in my community, like, yo, we got Buffalo, we got the Dolphins, I mean, we got like, okay, now's the time to put some punches together and see. Well, we got beat versus Buffalo pretty bad, turn around, lost again to the Dolphins, scaled out of there barely with the victory versus Detroit. So there was no confidence that, yo, if we actually play a competent quarterback, and I think that's what caught a lot of Cowboys fans was, Jordan Love, he's flew under the radar. You know what I'm saying? They talk about Josh Allen and Herbert and Burrow and everybody else but Jordan Love. And I remember I text y'all, man, I was watching that Jordan Love film. I said, oh, goddamn. I said, oh, damn, bro. I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? This kid actually got something. You know what I'm saying? And we just haven't shown when we play a competent quarterback, our defense can fare well. I mean, I think James Slater came out and put out a tweet talking about how our defense did versus playoff teams. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a completely night and day different. So I think that's the hurdle the Cowboys have to get over first before we can get to ultimately where we're trying to get to.
The defense, man, to your point too. Look, let's speak as if Dan Quinn leaves, because Dan Quinn has some great things with him that we can admit. His scheme has some pluses, but like you said, when it's time to punch in our weight class, there's some disconnect, and there's times in games where you need to have that, like that moment with your players.
Right.
Hey, man, I saw San Francisco get punched in the mouth 3-4 times.
Right.
Right. And their defense, and their offense is like, one play at a time.
Right.
And they locked in.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have none of that on our team. No one just was like, yo, we got to stop the bleeding. Right. I saw Debo get hit the other day. He made like one catch. He got up. He started doing his hand like this, like, all right, let's go. Right. Let's go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody needed to take that leadership role. And Dan Quinn being up there in that box.
Right.
I'm like, yo, man,
there, you know what I'm saying?
Put Mike on the phone. Like, what you going to do? Like, you need to, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm looking forward to having a DC that's like, yo, there's more hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
I see D'Amico Ryan literally, because, that's his side of the ball. He teaching mid-game. Hey, look, listen. Play right in here. Mm-hmm. He gonna throw it right to you. And I'm like, oh yeah, I want some of that because my defensive coordinator up there playing Tekken.
right.
He's not even paying attention.
With a backwards hat on up there,
Yeah. Hat to the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like he not. It just looked like,
man.
Where's the in-game adjustments? And do we even come down at halftime, or he just get on the Zoom? Like, what are you doing?
I feel like he makes mid-game adjustments, but just against bad teams. Because how many times
feel the same when it's a phone call?
Yeah.
If you already tight and you Aggie, it's y'all. Come on, y'all been playing sports your whole life,
right?
Imagine, hey, DMV, I always love to take it back to boxing with you. Yeah. It's round 5 and you getting worked out, and then it's like somebody get on the phone with you. You ain't trying to talk to them, yo, man, you got to do. Yo, shut up. Like I don't want to talk.
Your trainer right in front of you need to give you some damn advice, or like we need to come up with some adjustments, and that's what's happening, bro. Like
that's why everybody with Al Harris though.
Punch, the shit hurts, and we like, all right, man, what do I do, man? What you seeing out there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mike ain't no one. There was no emotional. That's why I miss Dez. There was nobody that was just like.
There was no. I'm like, bro, at least throw a helmet. Hell, hand me a helmet. I'll throw it. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
get on that sideline.
Bro, I was like, come on, like there was no fight out there, and I think that's just the huge problem when it comes to this Cowboys team. Now, I'm gonna start with you, Rome, because you've been talking about it on Twitter and everything. Would you even welcome Dan Quinn back? And y'all let me know in the comments too, because I know Cowboys fans are kind of out on this. Me personally, I was like, listen, I'll take Dan Quinn back because I know the Cowboys aren't going to go outside and bring in a guy that can be like, okay, that's a bigger upgrade, right? They're probably going to bring in Joe Witt. Al Harris came out on a podcast and said, where Dan goes, I'm going. Well, all right, well, I guess, you know what I'm saying? So would you welcome Dan Quinn back at this point?
I just looked at Scott. Just said, Rome said, do we get on the Zoom at halftime? I'm just saying, like, what do you do?
Scott, man. I know Scott in the chat.
Shout out to Scott, man. There's some goats in here, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Appreciate y'all. That's real talk, though, Scott. Like football is such a game of emotion and confidence. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna talk about the Quinn thing. It's one of those things where we got an emotional disconnect as a team. Mm-hmm. Some games we up because the players brought it. Like that New York game. And that whole Dak and Micah was little people on the football. I don't know what sparked it, but we came in ready and punished them start to finish. I was blown away like, all right, we started a little too hot. I'm nervous for the season.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then like for the playoff games, it's kind of like you said, Tuck, it's the atmosphere is like, okay, you know, guess we're going to get it done. And it's kind of like, yo, where's the emotion? It's not always about rah-rah. Right. It's about somebody knowing how to push their team's buttons.
Right.
Mike Tomlin ain't never had no problem with knowing what to say.
Right.
He been having lack of talent.
Right.
But as far as Dan Quinn, I would welcome him back because everybody loves a redemption story. And he's had his moments where he's been the golden child here, and Mike's getting questioned, and Kellen's getting questioned, and everybody's like, ain't nothing wrong with Dan. Dan diddy bop through the hallways, whatever, go get me a D tackle.
Right.
This would be his first time getting we don't even want you back. So that makes man, if you're a man and you're an alpha male, you know what I'm saying? You go into yourself. What do I need to do to fix myself? You got to own it. You know what I'm saying? So if he came back, I would want Dan to be like, I got to redeem myself. Some of my risks I was taking, like with the light safeties and all that extra stuff. Whoever told Mozzie to lose weight, I need a, hey.
And I still haven't. And here's the thing: I haven't confirmed that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure about the Mozzie things. I wasn't paying much attention to Mozzie, but if that's true,
he really did lose weight. I just want to know if someone asked
30,
him to.
30 pounds, bro. What kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Who asked him to?
I heard he wasn't asked to, bro. That's that's some of the things I've heard. Like that, I think he felt like
maybe he thought it was going to help us get off,
bro. Yeah, but you can't make that type of decisions as a football player on your own. You know
but look, that's poor leadership.
You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody check on that man's eating habits. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on, bro?
They get weighed and stuff. Somebody should have caught that. Hey, dog.
So if you ever been to the Star in Frisco, if you've done like a tour, right? They literally have a tracking thing where they go to the cafeteria and they eat. Like, it'll show like their proteins, all their macros, like on the wall, like how many calories that Tyron
Smith. Cowboys got.
You know what I'm saying? It's nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's all tracked. You can go and get custom meals, and they track your macros, and it's all around. And, you know what I'm saying, on the screens, you can say, so I need 250 grams of protein, and how many you've eaten thus far based off of your meals. So someone need to check on Mozzie, bro, because 30 pounds, bro, that's a lot.
two things. One, everybody that's in the chat, any channel you on, hit the like button. Y'all know how I do when I'm live.
Get the likes up, man.
I don't have no problem with asking. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. I don't know how many people's in here actually watching right now. But if you snuck in here in the last 10 minutes and you just been watching, hit the like button. Hit the like button, man. But because it helps people figure out that we live. It pushes the show. Right. That's why I always ask for it. As far as Dan Quinn, man, and to your point and what I was saying before we got on a Mozzie tangent, we'll talk about that later this year. He deserves to get a chance for redemption if he comes back. But if he goes, the Cowboys have a chance at bringing in something to reinvigorate the team. I'm not doing the reinvigoration of the fan base. We need to stay just where we at. Be angry. I'm not saying don't do like I said that my daughters do. Don't throw temper tantrums. We adult. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a genuine child watching this, and you ain't supposed to be.
Bro. They throw a temper tantrum still.
Because you throw a temper tantrum, all you do is waste time, and you just get up and be in the same place.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying to accept Jerry saying we going all in, and we can touch on that in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Nah, show me.
Yeah.
And I ain't talking about one signing. Derrick Henry ain't gonna get it. I need more than that.
Right.
Even if you go get Derrick Henry, I'll be hyped for a day.
Right.
I need a plan, bro. I need a plan.
Right.
I need a plan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And execute the plan.
But you want to show me? I'll use this tuck, and I'll let y'all go. If Dan leaves, let's just say Dan leaving, because something in the back of my mind, I feel like he gonna be gone. You don't go get Ron Rivera. You want to prove to this fan base that something's different? You go get what's the dude for the Ravens? The Wilson dude.
The cornerback coach.
Scott put that up. Yeah, Scott put that up today.
Go get me a young infused, not from a Jerry. I used to know you back in the day. Somebody
or Mike, I used to know you back in the day.
Somebody with a chip on his shoulder, bro. Yeah.
Mike Vrabel would show us. Okay,
no, I'm saying someone that Mike McCarthy doesn't know him back in the day, because Mike McCarthy put his homeboys on. You know what I'm saying?
That's fact. I just want something.
Linebacker coach stinking it up.
Right.
But wouldn't that change things for y'all? Influx, like go pluck somebody like a youthful guy on defense that really, can invigorate things, or go get me a Mike Vrabel, and that will show us that. I mean, I'm not saying that's the only thing. It'll be like, now that's real different. That's what we need to see. If I see Ron Rivera, ain't nothing changing.
Yeah, I know we'll still be soft if we get Ron Rivera, but we get Mike Vrabel. I know we're gonna be tough on defense. I know we'll tackle.
Yeah, he'll walk in there and cut Neville Gallimore today. You'll get out.
And Mike Vrabel is the type of DC or coach that could push Mike McCarthy too, because that's a hot seat.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
that's a real hot seat. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Mike would feel like, my replacement really here.
Right. He's here for real. You know what I'm saying?
Because if the defense, put it like this, our defense be having, they off sides. They lined up off sides. They playing. If the defense all of a sudden gets super disciplined and super on point, and the offense is getting holding calls, Mike, not Mike Vrabel, Mike McCarthy, tighten up.
Yeah.
So
Vrabel would be.
That's my point. I feel like we need to see something. If Dan Quinn does leave, I need to see a token of, because they talking a good game like they usually do, but this is the first time I think I've ever seen. I ain't seen one person that I respect swayed. Usually one of us will slip, and it'll usually be me. I'm back in.
And here's the crazy part, right? Even not skipping to the draft, right? There's really no toy that the Cowboys could go get in the draft to spin Cowboys fans back. You know what I'm saying? So normally normally that's their quick fix, right? The security blanket is like, oh, we got you guys a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? You guys like that. No, Cowboys ain't gonna care, man. The Cowboys ain't gonna care.
We'll care because we love draft.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, yeah, I got Keon Cole. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you mess up with your girl, you get her flowers. You know what I'm saying? But you're still in the doghouse a little bit. You got, you know what I'm saying? You got date nights. You got a lot more to do than just these flowers. And I feel like that's where the Cowboys, it's going to be with the fan base. They are going to have to show us something different, just like you said, Rome. The same old bargain basement free agents and all that. It ain't gonna cut it this year.
All of a sudden, LVE coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Like, hell nah, bro.
Never working out videos. Never put on 30 pounds. I don't care, dog. I want something new.
Yeah. Yeah, the hell nah, bro. It's gonna take some more of that.
All right, Neville catching strays.
Yeah, so Neville, man. So Jerry Jones had come out with his comments today at the Senior Bowl. I'm gonna play his comments and see what he said about Dak Prescott and his extension. Jerry Jones already out the gate with it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, so if you had some confidence, like Jerry Jones on the radio show, same old BS, and today at the Senior Bowl, same old BS. So here's Jerry Jones's comments on Dak Prescott's extension.
Dak has done nothing to change my mind of any promise for the future. I think I said in the deal that we'd go as far as Dak takes us in the playoffs. Remember that?
Right.
How do you go as far as Dak takes us?
Right. How do you feel he played?
And that's how far we went.
Right. So
okay. So my point is that doesn't change a thing.
Okay.
We'll go as far as Dak takes us.
How do you feel he played against Green Bay? You may have just said it there, but how do you feel he performed against the Packers?
Well, I think that we, as a team, laid an egg. And that's not specifically, I want to say it and respond that way. And you could start here, and I'm not trying to be magnanimous or anything, but you can start here and you can go all the way down the line. That was a bad day for us. And manifests and created a lot of scrutiny on days long before that and long after that. Mm-hmm. That's what kind of day it was. And so it'll be an impactful day. We'll do things that.
They said Jerry got his skin pulled back again. You know what I'm saying? Jerry said it was a plastic surgery. So just like Sheila just said, Jerry Jones.
Hilarious. I gotta go look at that now.
You know, Jerry 82, man.
Jerry out here getting Botox.
Yeah, Jerry trying to stay, you know what I'm saying? He started trying to stay clean out there, man. But just like Sheila just said, man, Jerry Jones saying a whole lot of nothing. You know, he has to gift the gab. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing I'll say about Jerry Jones. I remember during the pandemic, he was talking about the airflow in the stadium. And there was a moment like I started like, oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Like, okay, bro, you're selling me some BS. So he's talking about the Dak Prescott extension. You know, talked about how Dak played. It didn't waver or anything. DMV, I'll start with you, bro, because I don't know. I really can't know when Cowboys fans ask me this question. I feel like we have to. But do you think that Dak Prescott is going to get his extension before we get to camp?
All right, y'all. I'm about to put the sunglasses on like Big Daddy.
Big
Daddy. You know, he put the sunglasses on. But this is when I'm mad, though. Like, this is when I'm mad. Like, bruh, Jerry, shut your old ass up, bro. Shut your ass up, bro. You just out here talking. You just out here rapping.
Right.
Like, this is where we are as a fan base right now. We're frustrated, bro. We're frustrated. Like the things that you said, like Steven, at least today, Steven said pretty much that we're soft and we got to fix it. Now, he went on to say, you know how we feel about Dak. Steven is what I want to listen to when it comes to this team a little bit because
Jerry don't got no
power. Tell you what it is. Steven gonna tell you like we ain't getting no free agents and you ain't gonna get excited about it, you know.
Right.
Jerry talking about the extension, right? Well, for one, there's 2 voidable years on Dak's contract, so it's not a make or break if we don't extend him.
Right.
But dog, like you just put a whole bunch of pressure on him for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I heard about that was we live and die with him. We live and die with him. Shut your ass up, bro, and get him some help. Get him a run game. You know what I'm saying? Steven talked about us not being able to run. You talked about we live and die with him. And then I think, I forget which one of you guys talked about our game plan and, you know, giving Dak some easy buttons. Mm-hmm. Jerry just told you what it is. He want to win that way.
Right.
We did that with Romo. He's doing it with Dak because we paying him. Mm-hmm. They're trying to make everybody feel like Dak is making the most money, so he needs to go out there and win a
TV show, man. He think this a movie.
Right.
I need to be down by 7 and lead us back. Shut up, Jerry.
Right. Yeah. And that's the crazy part. I think you spot on. You know what I'm saying? It's like Jerry has this mentality that if he's paying for it, he wants to get the max out of it. You know, it's like, bro, you got the max out of it. You had an MVP caliber of season, but you don't need Dak to ride on Dak's back all the way to the Super Bowl. If it was Tony Pollard leading us, then it's Tony Pollard leading us. If it was Rico, I don't give a damn who it was. But it feels like Jerry Jones and also Stephen Jones. It's like, listen, we paying you, Dak, so go out there and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? But you
I
see
need to
no
see
other
Jerry, that's
quarterback
98
besides
Broncos
Pat
team.
Mahomes have to go through that. We saw what the Baltimore Ravens did to build that team around, you know what I'm saying, Lamar Jackson. You saw what they're doing in Philadelphia with Jalen Hurts. Like everybody, bro, like I was saying on Twitter, bro, Justin Herbert, he is blessed and highly favored. You ask, you shall receive, bro. With Justin Herbert get wide receivers, he get Rashawn Slater, he gets Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa and Asante Samuel, Jim Harbaugh. Like last year, he got a new offensive coordinator. Like, bro, he gets everything. And he got a contract. He pays get
And
paid
he
more.
can't get it done. But that's another story.
Can't get it done, right? But if Dak asks for one more receiver, what else do you need? I mean, damn, you know what I'm saying? So
our dumbass fans be saying that stuff too. Like, bro,
if Dak Prescott, let's just keep it Eagles. If Dak Prescott had Devontae Smith and AJ Brown, he would have broke up Drew Brees. Who got the record? He would have. Like, I'm telling you right now.
Right. Yeah.
But to y'all point real quick with Jerry, man, they know this is the first time I think that since I've been doing content or period, I've heard them. It's almost like, yo, we hear y'all. We try not to hear y'all. We thought we could wait it out, but to hear Stephen Jones say, "Man, look, man, I know y'all ain't gonna believe us.
Right.
I know ain't nothing we can do." To like I was like, oh, that's different. But to hear Jerry try to, he knows the buttons to press usually. So he wanted to say things today and then go back and look at what's going on Twitter. And because I know they got people that pay attention.
Oh, yeah, they do.
So he threw his buzzword out. I got him. I'm going to say all in. Big Joker.
Right.
Bam. I'm all in. And he ain't know that we was ready to just flip the table. Ain't nobody playing games with you no more. Like we did. So he been waiting to drop all in. Like he threw a buzz. And look, they're going to run with it tomorrow.
Right.
He threw a buzzword out there. Just to sound good.
Ain't nothing with it, bro.
All in. And then he tried to.
They gonna trade up. They gonna trade up in the draft and get a tackle.
This is what he said though. He said, "We going all in." He said, "And we're not building for the future." Like he threw all the buzzwords out. He said, and then he said, "When you see us, you gonna know we coming." I said, "Oh, you just
right, yeah." You know what I'm saying?
You just threw it all out there.
Yeah. He got his notification bell on, man. So that's what you gotta be like, Jerry, man. Get your notifications on, man.
I ain't seen none of y'all move. I was like, usually that would have been me back like 2 years ago. Tuck I'd have been recording in the car.
Right.
We going all in.
Right. Yeah. We about to load the deck, load the clip. Hell nah, bro. We ain't going all in. We gonna put a few chips in, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like I said, here we go again. Same old, just a different deck. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, Jerry, you ain't got a lot of me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's to the point.
Stop lying to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like just be who you are. Right, just be who you are, Jerry and Steven. Don't lie to me, bro. Don't try to play with me dumb. I get it, right? Because that deposit for season tickets hit like 2 weeks after the Super Bowl. So they trying to get you a little, you know what I'm saying? And what they gonna do is they gonna go out there into the draft. They gonna sit back with their hands, you know what I'm saying, and let prospects fall past them. Like they're not gonna be aggressive, and they're gonna scroll down to the very bottom of the free agency list and get some guys, you know what I'm saying, and try to patch things up to hope to steer the Cowboys fan base back. And I just don't think it's gonna work.
Chuck, can I ask y'all a question? Because I know y'all familiar with most free agents and stuff like this. All right, let's be optimistic for 20 seconds. All right, let's just play a game. You get 3 free agents. It don't matter where. 3 free agents, and you know what you want and what we need. That if free agency started and we grab these 3 free agents, you'll be like, hold on, this feels completely different. Name your 3.
I mean, for me personally, I mean,
it's 3 positions. If they went out and got premium at 3 positions.
So Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, if you're watching me on Twitter right now, if you want to shut the Cowboys fans up just a little bit, y'all know we are sick and tired about this linebacker room, and you can go out there and you go get Patrick Queen. I'm gonna shut up for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You need more.
You know what I'm saying? Well, okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate the gift, right? For me, I know y'all mentioned Derrick Henry. I would like Derrick Henry. I think Saquon Barkley would be someone that can definitely change the most.
Oh, yeah, I'm cool with that list. You know Josh Jacobs, it's a little list.
Yeah. So I would do that. Yeah. I would probably do Saquon or Derrick Henry, either or. and then you have. Well, someone just said in the chat. Now I know. Now you pushing it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all pushing it. You know what I'm saying? They said Chris Jones.
Oh, nah.
You know what I'm saying?
You get Chris Jones, I might.
Yeah. They go get Chris Jones.
You gonna be like, bro, you talking all that trash. We get Chris Jones. I'm like, all right, Jerry, you right.
We back,
man. You know what I'm saying?
We get Chris Jones.
Yeah,
Like,
let's go. We good.
We talking flowers and chocolate, man. Y'all want to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want a
bro,
brand new diamond necklace.
You
Yeah, I'm like, bro, Chris Jones, okay. But you got Reader. Like, there's a lot of defensive tackles out there you can go get, man. So it's like, I mean, I would probably go Patrick Queen would be my number one priority, to be honest with y'all.
What about Willie Gay?
I like Willie Gay, but I don't think he's going to leave Kansas City, though.
No,
you think Patrick Queen leaving Baltimore?
I mean, if the price is right.
I don't want Levante Day. I don't want nobody too old. So, like Patrick Queen, like you said, that would be the dream. It's got to be a mix of youth and because look, I know Overshown's coming back, but you can't sell me on. Well, when Overshown and LV get back, no, it's too much injury risk.
I honestly don't think LV is coming back, yo.
Somebody said,
I don't want him to put the pressure on Overshown either. He's not the savior. He needs to be able to rehab.
Right? Yeah.
No. He can't be the savior because he ain't got championship DNA. That's one thing we haven't talked about, dog. We have nobody in this organization, for the most part, as a player that has been through some stuff, been through the fire, that can say, "Hey, bro, I've been through this. This is what you do," or "This is how you study for the playoff." We got the blind leading the blind, and those guys are stressed out, and they stressing out the young guys. Don't nobody know how to win for real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, bring in some winners.
Right. Yeah. And like I say, you also got to be patient coming off the ACL injury, thinking that you guys are going to get what we saw last year. And even with Overshown, like
with Diggs too.
Yeah, yes, it's the same thing with Diggs too. So it's like, yeah, I'm with y'all. If you want to address the linebacker room, we did a lot of draft content. We got a lot more to do. So that's why y'all need to subscribe. But I'm not going out there with Damone Clark and some rookies and Overshown as my linebacker core. I'm gonna get me a guy who's been through the fire, who's been battle tested, that I know what I'm getting. The middle linebacker, and you can sprinkle the outside, the Wills and the Sams. That's easy to do. You know what I'm saying? But I want my green dot middle linebacker to be a veteran that's on go.
Play middle?
Huh?
Can he play middle or he play?
He can play middle.
In the three, kind of in their scheme, like
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Now you good
in the middle.
Yeah. They play.
What about Wilson? Say they get Queen and they draft Peyton Wilson.
Oh yeah, Peyton Wilson, bro. He's
now we cooking.
Hey,
now we
cooking.
I'll
tell you, bro. I'll tell you, Peyton Wilson, bro.
Old, bro. Draft this old ass, bro.
Well, say hell, Peyton Wilson older than some veterans, man. So he about 24, 25.
We in a little window. I don't care. Can he play for 5 years,
bro? That's it, bro. I only need 5 years, bro.
Shoot, you don't even need 5. You don't even need 5 from Peyton. You give me 2 to 3, I'm good. You know what I'm saying, like, bro, like. I think that
I didn't get nothing out of Overshown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
I got Overshown out of Schoolmaker. So
yeah, and I saw people mention Devin White. I wouldn't go get Devin White. There is Levante David.
Been looking right.
Yeah, I mean he was getting benched out there. You know what I'm saying? And it was
that might be why they go get him.
Yeah. So that's there you go, DMV. That's exactly who the Cowboys
having happy time.
We got a Super Bowl. We got a Super Bowl champion and Devin White coming in to anchor our. Yeah, bro. God damn. That's all in on Devin White. Here they go.
My grocery list is like yours, Chuck, man. If you go get me a veteran running back, and I'm not definitive. It does not have to be Derrick Henry. That's just the buzzword. But you go get me a veteran running back and draft one. Mm-hmm. Go get me a veteran linebacker and draft one.
Right.
That's what I need to see. That's the all in to me. I want installation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So veteran running back, you resign, like let's say you resign Gilmore. I'd draft me a corner too. One that actually plays, not Eric Scott Jr.
Right.
You know, I need all in on both accounts because the draft is the installation. You get the youth for installation.
Right.
You get the veteran for playing up front. D tackle wise, we already went and got our developing D tackle. Right. So unless a D tackle that's a can't miss falls to you in the draft, like one that's like, oh, he's gonna play.
Right.
Then you go get me a D tackle, and we all would love Chris Jones, but if you get me like Reader or just somebody that's a professional D tackle that you could put next to Hankins, like you're not moving these two.
Right.
Osa's fine, but Osa's more of a 3-tech pass rushy type dude. He's not a definitive, like, you know what I'm saying, run stopper that I've seen yet. So I want a veteran D tackle. I just want veterans in the right places. That's what all in. I would love Chris Jones. That's amazing.
Right,
but
right.
let's just be literal.
Right,
We're not throwing that kind of money when we got to pay our guys.
Right. They can barely afford
bro,
them in Kansas City.
But
so
you don't have to get Chris Jones to get a legitimate D tackle. There's ones on the market.
Right.
You can pull Patrick Queen. Like, you can get these guys if you had a GM that's willing to make things shake.
Mm-hmm.
And not one that hangs up on people because they don't know who Megatron is.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I 1,000% agree, y'all. But we gotta just sit back and wait and see. And like I said, if I was going to bet money on the Cowboys going all in, they're not going all in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think this Cowboys I don't think this Cowboys organization even knows what going all in even looks like. You know what I'm saying? Because you can even tell compared to like, man, that was years ago, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like we was in cross-colored jeans. You know what I'm saying? Back right here, starter jackets. Right, he ain't going all in no more. You know what I'm saying? But if you go and you kind of look at what Philadelphia is doing, even though they're bleeding out, bro, they're changing something. They don't know what they're doing. They say, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna grab me Kellen Moore. I'm gonna try to change. They at least they're trying to do something. When it comes to the Cowboys, we're gonna sit on our hands. We're going to sit and wait for Dan Quinn in the side. And then all of a sudden, we're going to sit back and look on Twitter. Mike Vrabel's going to Washington or something. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to let all these good quality coaches and coordinators get plucked away. And then Dan Quinn's going to fade. And then we're going to say, you know what? We got Joe Witt. We're going to bring him up. And we're going to go out there and rinse and repeat with the same old philosophy. And this is why Cowboys fans are frustrated. Now, we talked about the linebacker room. And I don't want to talk about it too heavily because it was an exhausting damn conversation this past week. But Micah Parsons, y'all, what is your thoughts, DMV? I'll kick things over to you, bro, with this whole Micah Parsons situation. I know there's some conversations about, him possibly being selfish, not wanting to play linebacker. What is your thoughts on Micah Parsons and how can he take the next leap forward to continue this trend that he's been on with the Cowboys?
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, I want to say I agree with you on Micah Parsons, where if your job is to play edge or if your job is to move around, you're going to watch the film of the things that you're supposed to execute.
Right.
You're not going to go watch middle linebacker, like watch it as a middle linebacker when you're not the green dot. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a weapon that they've moved around. So his way of watching film is going to be different.
Right.
Second, unless you're in the room with that man, unless you're hanging out, unless you're in arm's reach of him, you don't know what his study habits are like. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? There's no possible way. And if you do, you're pillow talk. You know what I'm saying? But what he needs to do to step up to the next level, really, I think more than likely, they're going to have to bring in a veteran to show him how to lead. You know what I'm saying? Denver did that when they brought in DeMarcus Ware. Even though DeMarcus Ware hadn't, won anything here, DeMarcus Ware added a set of leadership in Denver to where it's like, okay, there's two of them. We don't have two of Micah. So this might be the year to add somebody in here that can, take the stress off of him. You know what I'm saying? So he can go and do what he needs to do. Last draft season, we talked about it, Tuck. We need bodyguards for him.
Right.
Did we get bodyguards for him? Nope.
Well, we did. We stripped him 30 pounds down. We stripped all his weight. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Holko was hurt most of the season, but for the most part, we did not get any bodyguards. We didn't get any linebackers just calling out plays before they happen.
Right.
You watch all over the playoffs, and I'm watching middle linebackers point out here, this, and there.
It's beautiful.
You can't put that all on him, bro. You can't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's unfair. But to that point, we got to figure out something, because if we just throw him on the edge, teams are going to just scheme him out of games, and we're going to see a lot of what we've been seeing.
Right. Yeah, I agree. What about you, Ron?
Yeah, look. It's one of those things where I think Micah's he's learning on the job. But we're watching him make mistakes in real time. It's not his fault. That's just how it happens. It's the same road that Dak had to walk, except he walking it defensively. He's just a little bit more verbal. He's less company man. He's more his own man. But I feel like Micah will be fine, because I will say this, and I know it's weird to say, I feel like Micah got a heart of a champion, because I feel like he has a lot of fight in him. I just feel like he don't know how to voice it properly sometimes. I feel like it's just like anybody that has youth in him. When he gets frustrated, it's just volatile. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He wants to. I think it's like one of those things where they say if you the hero long enough, you'll live long enough to become the villain.
Right.
I'm not saying he's gonna become a villain like he's gonna hate people. Mm-hmm. I just feel like all of the little trials and tribulations. I'm friends with everybody, and then people do you dirty, mm-hmm. and then I'm friends with the front office, and then they might not be doing you right, mm-hmm. and it's like it's chiseling his psyche mm-hmm. to where he might become the leader we want us to bring in. He might become it. You know what I'm saying? I think you try things and you do different things, and you start realizing that was a mistake. Mm-hmm. Like I felt like if he keeps the podcast, he gonna change the way it's delivered. Because that week to week thing, I feel like that he might realize. I don't know if that's the move, that type of situation. But like I said, he's learning on the fly. Mm-hmm. As far as the whole, I'll just say it, the Jesse Holly thing. You know, I don't know Jesse personally. Me and you and DMV have talked about this ad nauseum in the group. I feel like. I want to just say I don't feel like there was malice behind it. I'm going to try to say that.
Right. I agree.
I don't feel like Jesse woke up like, you know what? I can't wait to attack Micah disrespectfully. I don't think that was the case. Mm-hmm. I feel like the word selfish is so harsh that people just ran with it. Mm-hmm. I feel like selfish can be replaced with immaturity.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
And it's the youthfulness that I was trying to say. Mm-hmm. Micah's learning on the job. And if we had... You would love to say, well, D-Law take him under his wing. Well, at one point, D-Law was Micah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was volatile, and now you seeing the fruits of D-Law's experience on the field. At least when a lot of plays need to be made at certain times, I do see D-Law step up and make plays like, wow. Problem is, this is like one or two of them on our whole defense, mm-hmm. and Micah's out there trying to lift everything himself. And it ain't fair because, like you said, he plays a position where he could just be schemed against. Mm-hmm. You watch these great defenses. Chris Jones can make those plays because he has complete trust that everybody else is going to do their job.
Mm-hmm.
And Micah doesn't have that trust. Mm-hmm. No disrespect to the back. Our back end is overrated. The safety room that we love so much is overrated. We can break it down more in depth later.
Yeah, right.
But changes need to be made. And when you don't have faith, it's like Philly and their front end. It's like, yo, y'all use the pass rush to get it done. What y'all doing? Y'all know we ain't that good back here.
Right. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Micah's like, dang, when Diggs was back there, it was a perfect marriage. It's like
7 and 11.
You gotta hold the second because you're afraid to just throw it because Diggs is more dangerous than Bland. Mm-hmm. That second gets me home. Mm-hmm. And if you too erratic because I got home, Diggs gonna get you. Like It was the perfect little marriage. But when you lose a Diggs and you got a Bland he's a different type of a interception person. Mm-hmm. He's better in zone. It's just not the same. You know, it changes things. And then you got Gilly trying to play above his age because he's older. And he's like, man, all right, I gotta, he out there playing with a separated shoulder because we just don't have no depth.
Right.
And things like that. Then Micah's like,
they ain't trusted. They ain't trusted, bro.
Yeah,
they ain't trusted.
So no one trusts each other on the defense because they trying to live up to this, what we talked about earlier in the thing, in the show, this moniker that they built up in their head. We told them it's kind of our fault, but I ain't gonna put everything on us because we don't play. We out there saying this defense is going to be elite. The ESPN, everybody said the team is built on the defense. Mm-hmm. Dak just don't mess it up. And then somewhere in the middle of the season, Dak said, "Nah, I'm Dak. I still get busy."
Well, I think that changed before the season. I think we went from, all right, our defense is going to carry us, and all Dak has to do is not mess it up. And I think that was the mentality until Diggs went down, and then we realized, it was like, all right, bro, this defense was like elite, like historical great. It's going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's where Mike McCarthy had to make the change in saying, like, all right, Dak.
Every loss, though, took a little bit more off of our defense's confidence. The Cardinals game, it was like, no, all right, nah, that wasn't what it looked like. Then the 49ers game was like, all right. Mm-hmm. And then we had a little time where we can lie to ourselves. Mm-hmm. Where it was like, oh, we beating down the middling teams.
Right.
Then Buffalo was like,
because we lost Diggs before the Cardinals game, right?
Yeah,
right
we lost
before, right? Yeah, and that's when everything kind of went downhill. Like, yeah, so I mean,
but we lied to ourselves for a look. I did. I was like, nah, this defense is gonna be fine. Like,
right,
But every time, like you said, Tuck, whenever is our weight class, somebody showed up in our weight class. Because Buffalo was really like, we're not that good, are we? But I ain't want to admit.
Right, yeah, it's just like the Buffalo game. I was like, bro, like they literally came out with no game plan. It's like, you know what? We're not even going to throw the ball. We're just going to run the ball down their throat. And they just did it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, there was no fight. There was no adjustments. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Buffalo game, so I kind of started looking at this team a little bit different. Because like, y'all didn't even show up. But, getting back to Micah, how I would fix Micah is that you're going to have to define what his role is. I feel like it's just too hot and cold. 1 week is this, next week is that, next week is this, 1 week is that. So if you really want him to commit, like I said, salute to Jesse Holly. It is. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, Micah should want to be a linebacker. Y'all have to understand, 1, Micah was an opt-out player. 2, we drafted him to be a linebacker. D-Law goes out week 1. Right, versus Tampa, we put him at edge and left him there ever since. So now we want him to go back on the fries. Like, bro, he's been the manager of the, now you want him to go back and help with the fries. Like, that's just not the mentality. It's like, I think a lot of people think that you can just, it's Madden. I'll just put him back at linebacker, it'd be perfectly fine. It's completely different thought process, different read and react skills that you have to utilize. And especially some of y'all want to put him at middle linebacker, which is even more if you want to make him a green dot. And he wasn't even prepared to be that coming out of college. You know what I'm saying? But I think that when it comes to Micah, when it comes to leadership, I don't think he's a quote unquote leader yet. You know what I'm saying? And you really don't become leaders in Dallas until you can become a made man. You haven't been here long enough to be a leader. How you gonna tell D-Law, who's been here for 10 years, to get in gear? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not his role. I think what Micah's role is, he's our spark plug. You know what I'm saying? That's how he lives. That's how he gets it. That's how he makes his name. It's just changing the game. And I think when you look at Micah, y'all, you have to look at him kind of like a wide receiver. If he's not impacting the game, it's not because he's being selfish. He feels like he's not doing enough. And that's when you see some of the body language and some of the pouting, because if he's playing edge on the right side and he's running off the left all game and he's just taking out the game being held, like, he gets frustrated, but rightfully so. Anybody would do, you know what I'm saying? You want to make tackles. So I don't believe Micah is this type of player where it's like Dan Quinn's like, hey, we need help at linebacker. He's like, no, F you, I'm not doing that, because we saw him from the Buffalo game to the Dolphins game go back and play reps when we need it. You know what I'm saying? So he's capable, but you have to get him moving around and having him make impact, because I think that's when he kind of fades away. If it's not sacks, if it's not tackles, if it's not, those types of things that keeps that fire burning when it comes to Micah Parsons. So he's still young, y'all. I think think about this, y'all. CeeDee Lamb's not no damn leader. You know what I'm saying? Trayvon Diggs said on the pivot, like, he barely even talks at, like, he's not our leader. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are still young players.
I heard the media say that one time, and I was blown away.
Yeah, like Diggs is.
They were like, they're missing their leader in Diggs. I was like,
he's not no leader. Like he said he barely even talks to anyone. You know what I'm saying? Think about like when Zeke was cutting up. You know what I'm saying? His first few years, he was a leader. He wasn't a leader though.
No, but he grew into one.
He had to grow, right? You know what I'm saying? Zeke was the same.
I heard a lot of stories of we missed that leadership this year. Nobody wants to talk about that.
Zeke was the same way, right? He was just like Micah. He was the spark plug originally. He had some immaturity things that he was doing a lot worse off the field than Micah. He eventually had to grow after he got his contract into more of a leader role, but he didn't come in out the gate, leading everybody, telling everybody what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only person that really had to have those qualities was Dak Prescott, and he don't get no credit for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dak was the leader, you know what I'm saying, his very first pass as a rookie, but he don't get no credit for that. So, like, you gotta let Micah grow. So, of course, I disagree with Hollywood saying, like, I don't think he was malicious. It's just an opinion, but when you say your opinion and you have those factual type of things that you kind of place on a player, it's like, all right, it has to add up, and none of the things that he was saying was really adding up.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't adding up. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, like if Hollywood had said CeeDee Lamb was the most selfish player, I would have like just bought it. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But Micah, bro, we always see him working. I always see Micah working nonstop around the clock. So it just is what it is. But I think that Micah is going to grow. Y'all just have to give him the opportunity. So before we get out of here, DMV, I'm gonna give you one quick out before we go. We got to fix this team. We got to try to get to a championship level, what we saw last week, with the Chiefs and also with the 49ers. I mean, y'all got to pray for me next week down there at the Super Bowl, man. It's going to be a sea of red, but I'm going to still be repping my blue. One thing we can do right now to kind of push us in that category, what would you do right now?
I would add a running back. Personally, I would add a running back. That's what I would do, because I mean, I'm not one of those people that believes that you just keep throwing draft picks at the line. Mm-hmm. We've done it. We have 3 first-round picks on our offensive line as it stands right now. Assuming Tyron Smith is going to come back, right?
Yeah, he is on a 1-year deal.
The one thing people don't talk about is, I was a running back. Like I've studied a lot of great running backs. I've seen great running backs make average lines look good, and I've seen great running backs make good lines look great. I've never seen a great line make a running back great. And everybody always talks about.
They be saying that though. They be lying.
They say with Emmett.
Look
at Emmett's offensive line.
Never happened. Nobody. You can have an effective run game, yeah, but you ain't gonna make that running back great.
Right.
And sometimes I think what we were missing is, sometimes make the 2-3 yard runs punishing enough to where you're opening up things. You know what I'm saying? Vision. Tony, I don't think Tony is a real running back. I think he's a weapon. I think we use the weapon as a running back, and we limited him this year. I'm not opposed to him coming back, but I would like a real running back in here. You know what I'm saying? That, is just a running back. It's been a running back for 10. There's been a running back their whole life, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need that. Get a solid, explosive running back that has all of the qualities that a great running back has. And I think you'll see a difference. You know what I'm saying? So that's the one thing I would do.
Ron, what about you, bro?
I know you said 1, but I'm going to go with the baby 2.
Okay.
I want the running back. I want Derrick Henry. Because hearing him talk, I want some like, all right, man, it's 4th and 1, or like that Detroit game. I want somebody that's like, all right, man, I need 3 yards. As much as I would want Saquon, I don't know if he that dude. He might break your ankles, but I don't know if I've really seen him ever just be like against your will, like what Zeke would do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want that definitive. We need this touchdown. I'm giving it to Derrick.
Right. And
you got to respect Derrick because we got CD on the outside and it ain't fun.
Right.
So you can't just load up the box. You got to, but also I think y'all been talking about that center, man. Look, I know it ain't draft season, but
Powers Johnson out of Oregon.
We get a nice little center and it goes to your point. So I'm going to say that. I ain't going to go too hard, but I'm going to say that. We used to talk about this all last year, and I thought we had it for a little while. We still don't got the identity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially on offense. Yes, you get a running back that and still draft one.
Yes,
sure.
yeah, for sure.
Still draft
running
one.
back. Multiple,
But you're right, the running game. And it's not that we're saying that we're going to run our way to a Super Bowl. But you got to have a second pitch. The only person I know that can run out there probably no, I ain't gonna say that because even Mahomes got Pacheco, so running game. I'm going with that.
And Clyde Edwards a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So
even Mahomes got Pacheco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, I'm with you, man. I think I'm gonna kind of piggyback on what you said. I think the one thing I would do first and foremost is find an identity. You know what I'm saying? Like, who do you want to be, Mike McCarthy? If you want to be a passing team, okay, cool. Let's roll with that. Hit up Jay Tuck. Hit up Will McClay. There's so many wide receivers. There are 6'3". There's so many 6'3" wide receivers running 4.2s and 4.3s in this draft. We could go out there and really load the clip. Or if you want to really be a power run team, then you do what Rome says. You go get you a Derrick Henry. You put him behind Hunter Luepke and make these defenses load the box, and then you go out there and get filthy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but you can't be there. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you want to, figure out, no, this is what I want my team to look like next year. Mike McCarthy's is going to be your last year out probably. Hey, go build this team in the mirror of you, of how you want this team to look offensively and defensively. And I think I would start there. But yeah, I'm just like, you get identity, get your template, and then you just go in and be aggressive. You really go in and put all of your chips in, bro. You have nothing to lose. Okay, Cowboys go all in. We give up draft picks. We go and spend, break the cap, and we lose. Well, guess what? It's 30 years of doing nothing. Oh, congratulations. You know what I'm saying? We right back where we already are. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And what the Cowboys front office has to do, if y'all listening, get rid of the ego. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's okay to say, you know what? I can't do this. I need to try something else. You know what I'm saying? I had a leak upstairs. I had to remodel my bathroom. I got halfway through that flooring and said, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. I went and called the plumbers. They came out there and do, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Cowboys have to get over this mentality that they can go out there, they can do it themselves. Nah, bro, you've been trying for damn near 30 years. It hasn't worked. Go aggressive, change the mode. And if you have to blow everything up next year, the year after, perfectly fine, but at least I'm comfortable blowing things up. If you can say, you know what, we tried everything that we can do. You got to be able to look in the mirror and say we did everything that we can do to win a Super Bowl. And I also think Jerry and Stephen Jones can say that, man. So Cowboys Nation, here we are. It's going to be some fun all season. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brothers, we're going to start trying to do a show weekly, bi-weekly or something, man. And I apologize. All my stuff got deleted, so I had to rebuild this entire show from scratch today, but we're going to keep doing things. But we got a lot of all season to talk about, man. We got draft content and everything going on. So y'all need to help do some one big favor, y'all. One big favor. Y'all need to help us come up with a name.
I was going to say, you going to tell them the name?
Yeah, they like my name, man. They like my name, y'all. So everybody in the chat, man, help us come up with a name for the show. And if y'all come up with the best name and you're selected the winner, man, I might give y'all a gift too. I mean, I got all these player autographs, man, but like I said, they didn't want any of these things after the game.
Yeah, they don't want them no more.
Bro, I got these for the Green Bay. Like, all the players, salute to them, saw me a bunch of autograph stuff and give out to subscribers. Like, keep that. I don't want that shit.
I would offer them a Dak shirt, but they don't want that right now neither.
I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? So I'm just gonna keep them safe for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all kind of come back and get back on the wagon, but listen, y'all, help us find a name for our channel. And we're going to give y'all some gifts, man. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all. DMV, for people seeing you for the first time, let everybody know they can find you, my guy.
Yes, sir. DMV Fanatic on YouTube. We just hit 10K. Appreciate everybody who was a part of that that's on here. On Twitter, DMV Fanatic 1, and on Instagram, The Real DMV Fanatic. Appreciate everybody, man. Hey, appreciate y'all too, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Ron, let everybody know they can find you, bro.
Cowboys Fan Talk on YouTube, Cowboys _Fan Talk on Twitter or X, Cowboys Fan Talk on Instagram, even I don't look at it. And hey, DMV, man, we still waiting for that mukbang. We ain't forget.
Oh yeah. My daughter told me, hey, look, she told me this weekend, bro. I asked her, I said, when you want to do it? She was just like, this weekend. I'm like, all right. Look, she doing a whole bunch of cheering right now. She at practice right now, bro. Hey, look, competitive cheer ain't no joke, bro. You think football is crazy, bro? Competitive cheer is crazy. The moms coming there, they be having all this makeup on and stuff, and they be all dolled up. They take it more serious than the damn girls do. Yeah. But
baby girl need that seafood then. That's why I'm waiting for you.
Yeah. But yeah, this weekend we'll do it.
Yo, and appreciate everyone for the super chats. I'm not sure if you guys can see them on your end if you got any.
I can't.
Okay, my guy JC Cowboys Network, appreciate you. Said my 3 favorite guys. Salute to y'all. And my guy Stephen Mack. Hit me, Stephen Mack, man, on Twitter, man. I'll send you one of these autographs if you want them. I'm going all in like Jerry, man. So I appreciate you all.
Oh, one last thing. Oh, see, now my camera won't work. It was tripping earlier when I want to zoom in. When I want to zoom in, camera was tripping earlier, but whatever. Now it's close. If y'all want draft content, y'all want us to do a draft content show. You know what I'm saying? Put some comments in there so we can come back and check that out. Because Tuck and DMV, they the draft gurus. I'm coming along, but I know that's, we about to be in draft season when our front office get their act together, and that's what we're gonna be coming back to the table with. So if y'all want some more draft content, please just put in the comments. Yeah, we want some more draft shows, and we'll be right back at y'all.
Yeah, we can do some draft shows. Y'all, reason why I focus so heavy on the draft, y'all, because I know this is my only opportunity I got to improve this team. You know what I'm saying? This is the only chance I got in the draft, because I don't even do free agents. People ask me like, yo, Tucker, you checked out the free agents? Bro, I ain't looking because we ain't buying. Like when you used to go to the store with your mama, don't look at nothing, don't touch nothing because we ain't buying nothing. That's how I feel like when it comes to free agency. So my only hope is draft season. It's only draft season, man. You know what I'm saying? As long as I might get a shiny new toy, man. But yo, appreciate y'all. If you see me for the first time, JTuck151, all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. YouTube channel, comment, like, subscribe, CFO Sports. Got a lot of draft content. Got some field sessions coming out for y'all tomorrow. And then next week, I will be live and direct at the Super Bowl at Radio Road, man. So maybe I'll get some Cowboys players to stop by. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure who's all going to be out there. So we're going to have some fun out there, man. And, you know, being a Sea of Red and, well, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just an Usher concert with some football performance at this point, man. But, you know what I'm saying? I can't say no to Vegas, man. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all, Cowboys Nation. Like I said, at the end of the day, all we can do is just roll up our sleeves and get back in the fight. And y'all ain't going nowhere. I know you're hurt. Your ribs are still, my ribs still healing. You know what I'm saying? My eyes still a little swole. You know what I'm saying? But we going to be all right, Cowboys Nation. We going to get back on this thing. We going to figure it out. Bro, I got whooped, bro. Walking out like Adrian Bronner, bro. I was walking out that stadium hurt, bro. Like, I was lumped up walking out that damn stadium, bro. Like, I was like, God. And like the crazy thing is, like, Packers fans, like, they're not like aggressive. Like, they're so nice. Like, they got cheese hats on. You know what I'm saying? So they walk around in cheese hats. It's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, it couldn't even be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least San Fran, you could feel like, you know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, good game, guys. And, you know, you guys still had a really good season. Like, bro, stop
being nice.
Yeah, stop being nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't want no pity party. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you guys have a really good team, and we love Coach McCarthy, and he's such a great guy. He's all, I'm like, bro, I don't want to hear all that right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it just is what it is, man.
Hey, it was better for me. I was like, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this stuff off. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Bro, it was just so crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you saw my rant, man, I'm walking out of there heated. I'm heated. And then all of a sudden, I just see one of my idols in Mark Cuban, which is so, like, randomly hell of odd. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he was crying, bro. He was crying.
Yeah, bro. I was about to cry. You know what I'm saying, bro? I was mad, bro.
You never know who you gonna run into, because me and DMV ain't tell you we ran into Gilly the kid.
You ran into Gilly.
Oh yeah,
just on the block, just randomly, like
right at the game.
Yeah, he was hot.
He was by himself. It wasn't no guards. He was.
Damn,
what you doing, Gilly?
Yeah, because he blew $45K.
Yeah,
that was the money to pay them.
He wanted that smoke with whoever. He was about to throw them.
Yeah, especially after that beating, bro. You know what I'm saying? Those losses will have you hurt, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Like Gilly,
those losses will have you hurt, bro.
He ain't want to give us no dap. That's why I asked him no picture. I was like,
yeah, you never know who you run into, especially at a Cowboys game, man. So it was like, but it is what it is, man. But appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Keep rocking, Cowboys Nation. Like I said, like the channel, support the channel, share the channels, man. Get the content out there. There's a lot of Cowboys fans that are left in the dark. They clueless, but we want to make sure everyone's educated, man. So I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and go Cowboys.